Hi guys, welcome back to the ID90 travel channel. My name is Mehru. I'm one of the brand ambassadors this year. In this video, I will be walking you through all of my travel essentials so you know when you have a quick weekend and you just need to get away. Well, there's a way to do it right and there's a way to do it wrong. I will be sharing with you all of my favorite items I like to pack in my backpack for a quick and easy trip. So let's get started. So the first item is my toiletry bag, and I would really recommend picking up something that is clear, that you can take through TSA without a lot of hassle, because if you have like a fabric bag, they usually make you open it up and like pull out all the contents, which is not the most fun. So in this bag, I just have my travel essentials, which is just my face wash, body wash, deodorant, a dry shampoo, and things like that. So yeah, super cool. The second travel essential that I really cannot travel without is a pair of good headphones. Now I have these headphones from Bose that I've had for a really long time, and the reason why I haven't switched these out in a while is because they're really good for the plane and they're lightweight and easy to carry. And also I want to point out the fact that they have this kind of a setup rather than the new headphones that plug into your phone. So you know what I'm talking about, the little USB looking ones. I recommend not taking those because you cannot plug those into the back of the airplane stuff. The airplane monitor pretty much. So I really recommend traveling with these, and if you want, you can take a converter to plug in here so you can plug it into your phone. So that's another handy tip. The third thing that I really like traveling with, especially on a short weekend trip, is usually something that will help me sleep. So this actually came in super handy when I went to Madrid for about 2 days. So it was a red eye and we were able to sleep on the plane all night. When we landed in the morning, so that meant I had to be refreshed and ready to go and be up all day. So since I was able to sleep on the plane for the duration of the flight, once we landed, it was awesome because I wasn't tired. I got some coffee and we went on to explore. So highly recommend these. Okay, so this might not be for everybody, but for those of you guys that like taking some photos and catching some memories on your travels, I really recommend taking a little tripod like this. This one is really fun because it comes with a little remote control, so you can technically set it up and go take your photo over there and no one has to know that you were traveling solo or you know, in the valleys of France by yourself. So you can just set up your tripod. Now this one's for phone only, but you can also find some that can fit your camera as well. And yeah, it's really handy and it takes some awesome photos. The next two items I have are just kind of nice to have. They're definitely not you'll die without it, but it's very nice to have. So for me, I love traveling with cleansing wipes. So if I hop on a plane straight from work and I have a full face of makeup on, I can easily take that off. Or after a night out or after we land, it's very refreshing and very easy. And the second thing is a face mask. So I like to, okay, so some people might think this is awkward or weird, but I like to put on a nice face mask during a long flight because the air is super recirculated and dry, and on a long haul flight you just probably want to do something extra for your skin. So I like these portable face masks that you can stick on, put on your headphones, watch a movie. Some people think you might look crazy, but hey, it's all for beauty. A couple other things that I want to mention are a pair of cozy socks because you want to be cozy on the flight, and also a scrunchie. Now I don't recommend taking one of the elastics because it's not super good for your hair, but one of these scrunchies that are pretty gentle on your hair, you can put your hair up, or usually what I like to do is I like to blow dry my hair the night before and put some dry shampoo in, get on the flight, put my hair up in a bun, and when I land, I kind of let it down, brush it, and I'm ready to go. Now here I have a couple techie kind of items. So the first one of them being a nice USB cable that you can take with you. And depending on where you're going, you might need a converter. So I always recommend checking to see what kind of a converter you might need, and of course plugging that in here. A really nice little portable charger because you never know when you might be able to charge your phone again, and if you like to take a lot of photos like me, your battery's gonna die pretty soon, so I really recommend one of these. Now this one is really interesting because this is fairly new for me, so which is like a little lock and key, and this came in really handy last time I went to Curacao and we ended up staying in a hostel. So when you go stay at a hostel, typically you need to be able to lock up your bag, and I had to pay 20 bucks for this small little lock. So I learned a very awesome, very good lesson that I need to be able to travel with one of these in case something falls through and I end up having to stay at a hostel. So save myself some money there. Always recommend traveling with a pen. I know it seems very trivial, but there's a lot of the times we need to be able to fill out forms on the plane for when you land, and there's not always a pen in hand, so I never travel without a pen anymore. And then last but not least, I always travel with my laptop now, mostly because I like to write on the plane or do some sort of a productive kind of a session on airplane, so I always bring my laptop. And this case is really handy because if you were kind of feeling non-committal and didn't want to pull out your laptop, it also has my iPad in it. So usually I'll take my iPad for domestic flights or short haul flights. I usually take my laptop for long flights where I can actually do some work. Okay, last but not least, I never travel without a pair of sunglasses because you never know. And also I like to keep my makeup in a separate bag. So I know earlier we talked about my toiletry bag, which I like to have in a clear container because it's got a lot of, you know, lotions and stuff. This is my makeup, which doesn't have a lot of liquid, so I can take a completely separate bag for it. Another thing I highly recommend is getting small travel size products for your makeup because there's two benefits to that. So first of them being you don't have to repack your makeup every time you travel, and you can just keep this bag with you in a packed bag ready to go whenever you are. So that comes in really handy, and it saves you a lot of time and effort, and I really recommend that. The second thing that I really recommend is having a backpack that's ready to go. So for me, I find it really convenient and really easy to have everything that I just showed you in a bag ready to go whenever. So let's say this weekend I don't have anything planned coming up and a flight opens up to Nashville or Madrid, I could just grab my backpack and pack a couple other clothing items and just go from there. I don't have to think through, hey, what do I need to pack and what do I need to bring? And it just kind of takes some of that extra planning out of the way and makes my flight a lot easier. The only other thing I would mention is if you are not super into tech and you don't really like watching movies on the plane, you're a little bit of a nervous flyer, is to travel with a book. So for me, I'm usually also packing a magazine or a book. I'm trying to read Game of Thrones right now, so there's that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. I hope you were able to find some helpful packing tips and were able to take some good stuff away from this video. If I said something or if I missed anything that you can't travel without, please leave a comment down below and let me know. I would love to upgrade my packing game. I would love to upgrade my non-rev game. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.